They used to tell me I was building a dream, and so I followed the mob. When there was earth to plow or guns to bear, I was always there, right on the job. They used to tell me I was building a dream, with peace and glory ahead. Why should I be standing in line, just waiting for bread?
How's it going, old buddy?
Oh my goodness, how you doing, man?
I feel like I've opened another episode with the coughing bit. I don't know.
This is Job Watch 2020.
Job Watch 2020. The 2010's all about having a job. 2020.
Fuck it.
Now, yeah, they're all. Now we're looking. Now we're just playing hide and go seek with these jobs.
How much is that job in the window?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know.
You should just start synthesizing LSD in your bathtub.
I was considering becoming a drug dealer. There's a lot of borderline stuff that you can make a huge profit on. But then I gotta drive around and just like go to different mailboxes. I don't know.
You couldn't be any more awkward than any of the drug dealers I've known.
Oh, I don't think I'd be meeting with anyone. I would be shipping stuff.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah.
But I definitely could do that. That would be just be a drug dealer for 1 month.
Yeah, just to see how it goes. It's like those guys who started a food delivery service just delivering frozen food. It's kind of like that. Just do it for a day. See how it treats you.
One day, drug dealer for a day. Yeah, so we're a week and a half into unemployment. I think time has gone completely out the window.
Oh boy!
I expected me to last a little bit longer. Maybe I had a bit too much faith in myself, but all semblance of like having a schedule or like the concept of daytime and nighttime just gone.
Yeah. I was apologizing because I went to my job today because I did that. We had to record kind of late. And then you were scoffing. You were just chortling over the prospect of this being late to you now.
I forget that so okay, here, let me lay it out. Here's what happened today.
Okay.
Today, I slept from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Then got up from my couch, finished the show I was watching, sent some emails, applied to a job, then slept again from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
This is what the fuck?
Got up.
What are you doing?
Ate some food. Ate my one meal for the day that I'm hungry for anymore. I used to have like 3 of those. I don't know what happened.
Are you? Oh my god. Are you? Do you have testosterone? Is your body still producing it?
I don't know. Did I ever have any?
You gotta start taking some vitamin D supplements or something.
I have some. They're probably. I don't know if they're rancid by now. They're probably rancid when you buy them. But yeah, I feel like I started like getting energy. Like I started like feeling awake around like 8 p.m. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh my fucking god! Yeah, see, I mean, I lived with David, and David.
Yeah, no, I thought that was ridiculous, but he's just like nocturnal. I'm going on some weird fucking Mexican like day nap shit where I'm fucking siestas. I'm taking 5-hour siestas.
You're taking a siesta for the better portion of the day.
Yeah, I'm taking a third of the day long siesta.
You should try implementing some of those like high level sleeping strategies that people have developed, where they're like
the power naps.
Yeah, you don't sleep. You just do 3 hour 3 hours on, 3 hours off. Oh no, it's whatever.
Like when I read about power naps like 10 years ago, it was advertised as no, you sleep for 20 minutes every hour, and you have you have no choice. You're dropped right fucking there. But you can train yourself.
How's that supposed to work?
You can train yourself to enter REM immediately, and you only have to sleep for however many hours that works out to 24, times 20 minutes divided by 60. Oh, that's 8 hours.
8 hours? Yeah.
Well, that doesn't seem like a great trade-off. I don't know.
Yeah, what the fuck is that about?
Okay, maybe it was every couple hours, but basically, it was like in a Cracked article or something, and they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna be in your office or at a funeral or whatever, and you're gonna fucking fall over right there, but it's only 20 minutes, and then you're good for a while." Yeah, and so I remember reading that and being like, "Wow, it's amazing and really fucking stupid. I wouldn't do that."
Yeah. But now you've entered a more chaotic version of that.
Yeah, not really voluntarily. I don't know what. Yeah, I saw it coming, and I was like, I really got to prevent this from happening, and it just happened.
I've definitely done that myself, where I'm like, oh man, I have a good thing going here because I've been on a job for like 5 or 6 days. I can't blow this, and then immediately I'm like, and I woke up at noon. It's
I made an autistic list of like, you're gonna get up at exactly this hour. You're gonna do this, and you need to do this many things today, and just waking up at 2:30 and going, what the fuck?
Yeah, motivation.
I didn't even go to bed that late. I didn't think my job was that motivating, but it's like, I don't know what.
Keeping a roof over your head is a good motivation, it seems.
I'm still getting paid. It should. I don't know. Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, that's right. You get that fucking.
It's sort of like
so they're giving you like a month of payment, right? They're paying you for a month.
They told me 30 days. I don't know if that means work days or total days. I'm supposed to be the one who's getting fired for being bad at communicating or whatever. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So
I don't know how long I have.
Are you eligible for unemployment?
Only if they terminate me. So if I don't have a job at the end of the 30 days, I might have to go nuclear and be like, hey, remember how I said I'm resigning and you gave me the 30 days? Well, fuck you, bitch, and I'm gonna have to force her to to fire me so that I can be eligible for unemployment. That'd be funny.
I think it's like you think that you can't give them a reason to fire you though. I don't know.
What?
It's
I
weird.
don't know.
I don't know how it works. I've never had to go on unemployment because I'm not a bum.
Whoops, sorry. Oh, not you though.
Oh god.
Yeah, drug dealing's a good idea though.
Yeah, straight up. Anyway, well that's good.
What if I I've never seen Breaking Bad, but what if I just made millions of dollars selling research chemicals?
Yeah, dude, you just lost your job at a hospital. Now you're finally gonna break bad.
Yeah, no, I lost my job, and then I'm gonna get the coronavirus by eating bat soup, and I'm gonna. I'm sure so many people have been making this joke, but I imagine getting the coronavirus and just like suddenly you're on a beach in like a straw hat and you're fucking.
That's fucking funny.
You got an umbrella drink. I guess you have a Corona, but you know.
Yeah, it's Corona time somewhere. It's somewhere in China. The Wunan region in China. That was a great headline to wake up to. Not because people are dying, but because I'm like, oh man, I'm remembering all the plague movies I've seen in my life, and we're so good at. I mean, those things are going to be absolutely prophetic when it finally happens. When there's finally a big one, like the one that just takes us.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not hard to predict what would happen in that. Like, it's just.
It's always like it's always.
I fucking hate. Go ahead.
It's always like someone in some backwards ass country eats an animal they shouldn't be eating raw, and then that results in all of us dying.
I'm skeptical about the bat thing. Like, I don't usually, I don't normally attribute these types of things to like prejudice, but the idea that like there's a Chinese virus and everyone's like it's because they're fucking eating bats, that seems like just something that people think about Chinese people. That I don't. How many people could possibly be eating bats over there?
I think it's the way I heard it described is it's not a common practice. It's something that happens in like rural, very poor communities. And checks out to me. You know how that'd be. If it's got fur and 4 legs, they want.
I would believe it. It seems a little knee jerk to immediately, seems a little early. Is I'm suspecting. I'm like, I don't know. Really, we know bats this early, or are you just like guessing because they're fucking eating bats?
They saw that movie Contagion. They're like, I think bats were involved in that one.
There's probably a bat in there somewhere.
It was. I saw that movie in theaters.
Yeah, I picked a great time to stop leaving my apartment, except for once every week to buy groceries. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and if you go on off hours and stay out of the bat section, you're fine.
No bats in my apartment. Yeah, no.
You're skeptical of the bat thing. I just love how everybody is immediately, everybody goes nuclear instantaneously. They immediately assume the worst case scenario. Like every time North Korea does anything, they're like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, all the World War III jokes. That was what I was gonna say. Is every time there's a fucking headline, and every Reddit retard is like, "This is literally how every pandemic movie starts, or every alien invasion movie." Because like, first of all, the people writing the headlines deliberately write them that way so that you have that reaction, fucktard. Mm-hmm. And the people who making the movies are trying to make them realistic, so that's not like impressive, or you're not pointing anything out like it's an unusual headline that they found bacteria in the 2,000 miles of ice or whatever.
Those are the brightest minds.
Oh yeah, no, those are the smartest people, and they're fucking idiots. They're like, oh, this is how every movie. It's like a movie. I hate it. That's I don't know. I spent the one thing I did do that was almost productive was, I think it was Monday. I don't know anymore, but I spent 14 hours making tonkotsu broth.
Oh shit! How'd that turn out?
Well, I don't know until I actually make the rest of the ingredients and make some ramen out of it. So I need to actually leave my place and take a trip to the Asian Food Mart to pick up the ingredients for tare. But I boiled pig bones for 12 hours.
Nice. How'd that smell?
It smells bad at first.
Yeah.
Because it's just unseasoned, gross meat that you're boiling.
Yeah, and is there like a thick layer of like grossness at the top of the pot?
You boil them for 10 minutes, and then you actually strain them and wash them out with cold water, which took me a while to get all that scummy stuff off, so you get a nice clean broth. And then boiled them by themselves for a while. Then it smells better after a while. They didn't have any any pig feet at the grocery store. I guess they were out, or they usually have them. There was a label for them, but there weren't any there, so I used all neck bones and chicken wings, a lot of collagen.
Oops, all neck bones.
Oopsies. And then added some onions, some garlic and stuff at the end, and got a good. It smells nice, tastes, even without seasoning, it tastes decent. It's just like fat water, it's just broth. It's something to and at fridge temperature, it's like kind of jelly like, so I think I got the right amount. I think they got the right consistency.
Nice.
Froze a bunch of it, so overall successful, I assume, until I make the final product.
Nice, dude.
People described it as, I think it was Adam Ragusa or whatever his fucking name is on YouTube. He described it as smelling, or no, that was demi-glace, but similar. You're boiling something for a long time. He described it as smelling like death. Wasn't that bad. I was like, am I going to have to open a window or something on a really cold day? Wasn't that bad. Left the windows closed. Just kept it at a rolling boil.
There you go.
Yeah, so excited. Other than that, haven't even really been using my cool new computer. But I will, though. We're gonna play some Halo on Saturday.
Yes, we are.
We're adults, so we're like, we're going to play some Halo 4 days from now.
We're going to put this into the schedule here. Got to pencil you in for a Halo sesh.
I downloaded it. It's weird. The Microsoft Store, is Halo Reach a separate product? There's a Master Chief Collection, but that includes I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I was confused. I just downloaded everything. Got that Game Pass.
I went on a date the other day, and I was talking to this girl. We were sitting down at this museum in like the little cafe section, and what
kind of museum?
This was an art museum.
It's like paintings?
Yeah, it's like paintings and sculptures and stuff.
Okay.
And I mentioned at one point when I was in Japan, and then she's like, oh, that's funny you mentioned that, because I'm actually going to Japan in May. And I'm like, oh, cool. What are you planning on doing? And she proceeded to outline basically the exact trip that we did.
Awesome. Yeah. We
like,
hit the big notes. Yeah, like I definitely wasn't going for the hipster route. We hit the big sites. Except for Hokkaido, obviously.
And so I recommend her at one point, and I'm like, she's like, yeah, I really want to go to an onsen.
Oh, were we just talking about this, like recommending Hokkaido to someone, and like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's the thing, is that another girl I was talking to, I recommended Hokkaido, and then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because I don't know if that
you need to really specify, like, if you're into the fucking country and being in the middle of nowhere and volcanoes, then Hokkaido is for you. But otherwise, just stay down south. So
she's like, yeah, I my friends and I want to go on an onsen, so we're gonna go up to Hokkaido for that.
Wow.
And then I'm like, well, if you're gonna do that, like, if you're into the culture and everything, you should go to a baseball game. She's like, as a matter of fact, that's the number one thing I want to do, is go to a baseball game. I'm like,
oh my god. Well,
yeah.
I'm glad we've captured this moment with your future wife on podcast on the recording. This is like, you were just talking into a mirror. I don't know if you were actually on a date.
It was absolutely bizarre.
You were having a fucking fight club. You were like conversing with yourself.
So I start planning a date, another date, and
why would you ever plan on a date with a different girl?
No, different girl, another date with the same girl.
Same girl. Okay.
Same girl. We're going for date 2, and she's she's like, yeah, I'm really in the movies. I go to this local indie theater that you also happen to have that you're a member of, and I'm like, yeah, they got a movie. I just like kind of shot my shot here. I'm like, they're playing Weathering with You, and she's like, oh yeah, I liked his other movie, Your Name, and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
That was a very popular movie. That's not the weirdest part. The fact that she wants to go to a Japanese baseball game is the weird part. That was definitely the weirdest part.
Just a lot of coincidences. So that was very good. It's just like there was nothing. She had it completely planned.
Did you start to feel like, she's not gonna believe me when I keep saying like I did that too, and oh yes, I also, was that a concern?
No, because like I would bring something up, and then she would say like, oh yeah, we're doing that, and then we're going to this place to do it, and then like and then she get out I recommended Hakodate to her, and she punched that into her phone. But there was one other thing, which is
which one was Hakodate?
That's the one with the mountain that we went up.
The city, right. Okay.
Yeah. If you're going to Hokkaido, it's on the way to a lot of
stop.
stuff.
I mean, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you have a choice.
So.
Oh wow, Hakodate in the winter looks amazing.
So, she's. She mentions like, oh yeah, my friends are really interested in checking out a sumo event, and I'm like, I'm gonna school her on this, because I'm like, did you know there's actually only one sumo event a year? And she's like, oh no, it's at this place in Tokyo, and we're gonna go on this specific date so we can see the sumo event. I'm like, this girl's got fucking everything. She's wild. There's nothing. She knew way more than I did. It was ridiculous. And I'd been there.
Oh no, she thinks you were trying to mansplain.
No,
over.
She was cool with it.
It's doomed. Nope. Quit while
well,
you're ahead.
the way that I phrased it was very different, and she's pretty.
Okay, so you didn't say, "Did you know?"
No, yeah.
I don't like that.
I did not introduce it that way. I'm.
Yeah. Also, I
basically said like, oh yeah, we were interested in that, but we couldn't go when we were there because whatever.
I think figured I was looking into that afterwards, and I was like, yeah, there's not that much sumo anymore. But maybe there. But
yeah, no, we got another date, so I guess I didn't mansplain too hard.
Sweet.
So I'll keep you posted on that. I'll also come with my opinions of Weathering with You.
All right. If she tells you to fuck off, maybe give her my number. I don't know.
Tell her. Like if you want an absolute Chad,
tell her I have a job. Yeah, no, just tell her I'm self-employed.
I know this drug dealer.
Plug, please. Come on. Speaking of plug, let's plug some anime.
Yes.
We're talking about it. We're actually paid industry shills.
All right, which one of our favorite shows of the year are we going to talk about?
All my favorite shows of the year just happened to air this season. Wow, amazing. Starting with a show you didn't... Okay, we're going to talk about Kute Dragons is apparently a Netflix show. I don't know if there's been any subs for it yet. So we're not going to talk about that one. Because it might not
Did you watch Breakers?
No. Didn't have time. I was getting screenshots. Sorry.
It's okay. That's okay.
We can talk about it Saturday, or we can you can talk about it because you seem chomping at the bit, and I'll watch it and just put my impressions on Twitter or something. But
no, it's okay. It's okay. We'll talk about it on Saturday.
All right. First thing I watched that you didn't watch was Plunderer.
It's not a great name.
I think it's actually, I don't know, I kind of like it. In concept, yeah. I have my first note, good name. So you're wrong, actually.
Oh, okay.
This is a manga
I'm not a big
adaptation.
fan of You know, I just don't like the subs. You know, the back-to-back ERs.
A plunderer would not care about diction, pedantry like that.
Squabbles,
yeah,
squibbles,
no. I'm fucking
quibbles.
plundering. I don't care about your good language. But it's a manga adaptation by the Sora no Otoshimono guy. Animated by Geek Toys, who did Hensuki and Rewrited. Remember Rewrited?
Of course.
With the guy named Derrida, time travel. My first note is this isn't gonna be good. So it opens up with, it's like a fantasy setting, but a girl's mom gets swallowed by arms, like dark, other dimensional arms, and then there's a flash forward, and she's in this medieval town, and there's a foot bath, and she's meeting these people. There's a guy named Licht, Licht, and he sucks, and I don't like him. He's like a weird creature guy, and she also meets this big booby brown girl, and she's just like wandering out into town. She's on her quest or whatever. Where's my screenshot here? Booby brown. Yeah. So she's like 10 years older than in the intro, but she knows nothing about the world, so everyone's explaining how the world works to her. And Licht, meanwhile, is being this slapstick pervert character. And so the gimmick in this world is that everyone's got a number tattooed on them somewhere, and their goal is to make the number go higher. And when your number reaches 0, a bunch of arms grab you and drag you into a fate worse than death, apparently. So I guess that's what happened to Mom. So the main character has this really high number from walking so much, because her number goes up based on how much she walks. Everyone's number goes up in a different way. The big brown girl, her number goes up when she cooks something tasty and someone says the word delicious in reference to it.
I'm sorry. I just completely zoned out. Oh fuck. Okay. I heard
okay.
Delicious.
I don't blame you. I heard delicious and brown. I don't. So main characters. Oops. Sorry for that Windows noise. Everyone on the stream. The main character is searching for a man called the Legendary Ace, and because it's who her mom told her to find as she was being dragged under. And she meets this guy who's a big show-off, who's obviously not the Legendary Ace, but who calls himself the Legendary Ace. And he takes her into his place and does some gropey stuff. And she tries to give him this magic ball that she's supposed to give to the Legendary Ace. And he gets super freaked out and whips out his sword and demands it, which is weird because she was already giving it to him. So I don't know why he got all mad about it. And then he just starts beating the shit out of her, and he takes all her numbers away, except for like 1 or something. And then Licht shows up, and I was like, oh no. I was hoping it wasn't going to be Licht, but it's Licht, and Licht is the Legendary Ace. And Licht has a negative number tattooed on him. And the fake ace is like, ha, you suck, you got a negative number. And his goons are like, that's not how it's supposed to work. When you reach 0, you're supposed to die. So he just doesn't know how negative numbers work. And then Licht tears his weird mask off, and he's cool ace guy. It's not, I don't know, it's not even that bad, but it's not good.
There you go.
There I go.
Yeah. I have to say I'm coming around on the name Plunderer. Plunderer would be good if it does it have a humorous tone?
A little. It's a little lighthearted. Yeah.
If it was straight up like goofy, Plunderer would be a lot better. I find Plunderer acceptable.
They don't say the word Plunderer once in this first episode.
Well, it's not about the name. It's about like plundering. To me is a funny act. I think the act. I mean, it's not.
At this point you can't plunder without it being funny. Else it's gonna be hard to take seriously if you're plundering something.
Yes, it's the PUL or PLU. Just it's got a
you're
funny
breaking
sound
down this word, so you're fucking Noam Chomsky this shit so hard, dude.
I'm just trying to.
And then the D represents it's like curves around back on itself, and it's like
what is the basis of plun? Because it sounds a little bit like plunger. It's a little bit like plunger.
No, it's not.
It's a little bit like lumber. These are funny words.
Okay. Entomology.
Okay, yeah, let's get to the bottom of this.
Etymology, plunder. What's the origin of plunder? Wiktionary. Since 1632, during the 30 Years' War, shout out to my Rosicrucian listeners, native British use since the Cromwellian Civil War, borrowed from the German plündern to loot. From Middle Low German, plünderen, cognate with plunderen, cognate with Dutch plunderen.
Plunderen would be a great show.
Plunderen, Plunderen, plunderen. West Frisian plundrech, plundre? I don't know.
That's not as funny as plunderen.
Saterland Frisian plunnerge, probably denominal from a word for household goods, clothing, bedding. Compare Middle Dutch plunder, German plunder, stuff. Dutch and West Frisian plunge, clothes.
Plunge, perfect. That's
exactly. Yeah, so there you go. There's also plunder, unaccountable. Oh, uncountable. The loot attained by plundering. So many words.
I stand by plunder being a funny word.
Sure. No, it's funny.
When you got plunge as a prerequisite.
I don't know if it's like Dutch, so I don't know if you pronounce the J. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
how about
Plunderer?
Show? Yeah, you did watch.
Not great.
No. How about some real entertainment? How about some real art on this bitch?
I've got some, before we get to that, I've got I've got anime notes courtesy of David.
Oh, David's been plundering his own.
Would you like to hear his 1 through 10 of all notes? These are his notes.
Notes for what? For what?
All anime.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, give it to me.
Number 1, anime isn't real.
I agree.
Number 2, you gotta read or listen to shit voices.
Okay, well, I like a lot of them, but...
3, girls are too young.
All of them. Yeah, no, he's right.
4, when am I supposed to watch anime?
When?
5, list of good anime. I don't know what that means.
That previous one is me sleeping from 10 to fucking 7 p.m. When am I supposed to watch anime?
6, why can't I like anime?
He does like anime. This is bullshit.
7,
I don't like this.
7, should I learn Japanese?
So desu ne.
8, anime kinda sucks.
That's similar to previous notes. Why did he give you... What happened? What is the context of this?
He just sent me this as a screenshot of a notepad document.
All right.
9 is I don't know what to watch.
I can help with that.
10, I just want to watch Death Note again, but there's no Death Note 2.
I can give him so many shows that are like Death Note. Oh, he did watch Code Geass.
But is it Death Note 2?
It's not Death Note 2, no.
Well, that's a lot of insight there. But anyway, let's move on to the show.
I have so much knowledge, I don't know if I can handle it. How about we talk about Nekopara?
Yes.
Finally. This was a bunch of porn VNs that got crowdfunded OVA, I think.
What?
Yeah. It was on Steam.
Wait, this is porn?
It was porn. Now it's...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's cats.
That's cool.
And girls. Cat girls.
Yeah.
Animated by Felix Film, who have done just this.
Oh, okay.
Only a 22-minute show. I think this is gonna make me want to buy a cat, like even more than I did, before. I've been talking about buying a cat.
Are you aware that cats are generally not sexy in real life?
I'm gonna need a source on that one.
Well, I can only give you my anecdotal experiences.
What's your source? Okay, how many cats have you owned, fucker?
2 cats, and neither one was sexy.
I've had 3, 100% sexy.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Well,
sorry,
why didn't you
sorry.
share, bro? Why didn't you share your sexy cats with me?
I'm not a cat swinger.
But you're a cat polygamist.
I guess I have owned 2 at once. Yeah. No, I've had.
Uh-oh, that's kinky as fuck, bro.
Pretty fucking freaky shit. Yeah.
These are cat girls.
They are cat girls. Even more literally than most anime cat girls. They have cat behavior. And they're owned by this guy. He sounds kind of weird. They have cat names. They all just sound like stripper names. There's
stripper names like Coconut.
Chocolate. Yes. No. Literally.
We got Coconut coming up to the pole.
Cinnamon. That's literally a stripper name. Chocolate and Vanilla, I think. It's it's like cat girls, which is great and everything, but it's kind of boring. I zoned out and started browsing the jerky subreddit at some point. That's another thing I've been doing. I got some turkey. You suggested turkey jerky to me, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Ethan made it sound like this is a real thing that people do, and then I looked up like turkey jerky recipes, and there's like none that aren't for dogs.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't know if turkey jerky is a real thing, but I'm trying out some honey barbecue turkey jerky right now. We'll see how it goes.
I've seen like they pack it in like a
with a jerky gum.
Like, they do like matte style packaging to let you know that it's earthy. To let you know that you're supposed to be taking it on like a hiking trip or something. You know how packaging is designed to give off a certain vibe.
Yeah,
that's like. So, like, if you're getting something that's supposedly healthy or contains a lot of energy, it's going to come in that matte style packaging. That's what you're looking at there, the turkey jerky.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you can buy it, but it's like I couldn't find any recipes that weren't involved. That weren't like basically like turning into a Slim Jim.
Well, hopefully that turns out good for you. Have you not had any yet?
No, it's marinating. I need to. When we're done with this, it'll be like 2 a.m. But I'm just gonna get that going, I'll just wait for a few hours while that dehydrates.
You know what you can do is I'll have to pay you at some point to make me some jerky and send it down.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's. I mean, this stuff I've been making is coming out pretty good. I don't know if it's send across the country good, but it's good. Like I gave some to Steven, he liked it.
Nice.
It's nice, yeah.
Back to the cat show.
Cat show, yeah.
I watched this in the bathtub.
No, that's actually I think an optimal. That's a good context. I think that's maybe an ideal viewing experience.
I've got one note on this show, and my only note is I wish I had some pills to abuse because I was thinking
I remember. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, there was another show that I was thinking about pills during. I don't remember which one.
We've made this point before. Sorry to keep cutting you off when you're trying to discuss this thing.
Oh no,
but this is another show that I think is supposed to be watched when you're sitting underneath your desk at your job in Japan. You're sleeping overnight or taking like a long nap because you've been working for like 16 straight hours.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to unwind and decompress before you have to get up again and then, do another 16 hours at your job.
Sorry. You just reminded me that the other day, I think it was this past Friday, I was getting, my schedule was getting off, so I was thinking like, oh man, this is bad. I got to fix this. So I stayed up for 40 hours.
Oh my God.
And turned down Steven, who wanted to hang out, so that I could go to bed like on time, which on time was like midnight. But I spent all day, I stayed up all night, and spent all day like in my pajamas, like overclocking my RAM. RAM is bullshit, by the way. I could go on a whole rant about this, but the last time
I would love to hear that after you finish this.
The last time I built a computer, RAM speed didn't matter, and you fucking plugged the RAM in and it was fine. And now, you buy the RAM, and no matter what speed it's advertised as, it comes at 2133 megahertz.
Yes, it does.
And you have to fucking get it up to whatever speed it tells you it is on your own. And like, that's not just plugging a number in. Like, you have to. It's way more difficult than overclocking. It's way more of a pain in the ass. Because your motherboard will come with a XMP profile, which is an extreme memory profile, which purports to overclock it for you. Tried that. Shit didn't boot. So I set it to 3200, which is what it's supposed to be. Booted fine. Then I realized that my motherboard automatically set the timings on the RAM super fucking high to keep the latency exactly the same so that the speed of the RAM was the same even though the clock speed was higher. So all the latencies were super high. So I had to go in and manually adjust all the latencies myself. And
oh my god.
There's like four or five latency numbers that like matter the most, but total there's like 40. And on my motherboard, they're all set to auto. So, I spent all day like setting the four main ones, and every time it doesn't work, like the motherboard, it won't post, and it has to go through like 5 boot cycles, which takes like several minutes until it resets the BIOS so that you can go back in and reload the profile that you hopefully saved correctly so that you can readjust the number to get it closer to what will boot. And even after all that, I haven't seen any improvement in performance because one of those fucking 40 RAM numbers maybe is being auto-adjusted to some insanely high number by the motherboard to keep the voltage the same. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yes, it is. That is ridiculous.
It would take days to get all these numbers to like the best they could possibly be, and there's no benchmarking tools that will tell you what they're actually being set to, and the motherboard just says auto, and it'll tell you the default values. But if I set it to the default values, the shit'll crash. It's insane.
How did the 40 hours go for you? Because usually I hit like the 38 mark and just start to lose my mind.
I was just obsessively just making those adjustments in the BIOS. I kind of nodded off a couple times, and then like midday, I started to like wake up and just kind of tinkered around with my computer. I removed and reinserted some hard drives. I set up a RAID array, and I cooked some. I think I was doing. What was I doing? Was that jerky? I forget what I did. And then. Yeah, it was just computer stuff all day that was pretty inconsequential. And then I just when the fuck did I even end up waking up? I woke up a little bit earlier, but it didn't help.
For me, I hit like the 36-hour mark. My eyes start to hurt a lot, and then I start to hear shit around that point too.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I did okay there. I remember when we came back from Japan and I stayed up on the whole flight.
Oh yeah.
So I got back and it had been 36 hours, I think. And then I just fucking stayed up until 4 a.m. I don't even know why, but I think I totaled like almost 4. I must have hit almost 48. For no reason, and that wasn't even that bad. I don't know.
How long do you think you could go? When do you die? You die after like 6 days, right?
The world record is like 11. I don't know.
Oh my god, that sounds like torture. Oh my fuck.
I mean, like I said, I did nod off a little bit, like maybe half an hour. So like, your body will keep you going a little bit. But yeah, after like 5 days, I think you start to see like shadow people. Like you enter psychosis.
Okay, I think there's like different like stages, like where you can get permanent like. You can get PTSD from it and stuff, and like you start to have like permanent brain damage around a certain point.
You have to really be forcing yourself after a certain point, like with like crazy amounts. I don't even know how you would do it. Like you need an insane amounts of noise or stimulants or something, because like, I was just sitting straight up, falling asleep. Anyways, that was too long. Nekopara.
Yes.
They work at this cafe. It's all girls visiting the cafe. That's kind of weird. The word damp was used instead of moist.
That was funny to me.
Weird, yeah. I don't know. I was just confused on that one. I have a note here. I'm trying to figure out why this isn't nearly as calming and transcendental as Hidamari's sketch, because it's very it's very chill, but it's like,
the girls don't have charisma. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's not enough. Yeah, and also it might be the environments are too expansive. Like it doesn't provide the comfiness.
There are a lot of girls too, so it's kind of like Kitamari's sketch has the benefit of like the core 4 being really good.
Yeah, and the visual style is very isolated and endearing.
Yeah.
But this first episode has some weird subplot with a kid in a park.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
I have my last name is just a bunch of Z's. I don't.
Yeah, I really wish I could have had like an opioid or like some codeine or something to get to watching this, because like this is see, I'm looking at this image right now of these cats fighting, and if I was like really high on like a pill or something, I could see that being entertaining. I'd be like kind of chuckling myself a little bit.
Opiates are like one of the few drugs I really wouldn't want to watch anime on. I don't know what you would get out of it. It's like I think I would just not care at all.
Oh, I don't know.
First of all, your sex drive is gone, so like that's one dimension of entertainment. Especially from a show like this.
I remember Connor talking about how he was on pills for like 2 weeks for a surgery.
It was 2. It might have been more than 2. It might have been like a whole month, because he asked for a refill because he was like, "This shit still hurts. You went into my lungs, man." Like, and the doctor was like, "Okay." And he was texting people, be like, "I feel so much love."
When he's like coming in his sleep and like coming completely soft.
Oh, we're fucking doing our boy dirty on this podcast, but yeah.
Like imagine being in a place where you're just sitting in bed, you're ripped on pills, you're watching the show, and you just nut your pants and fall asleep. Oh my god! This is episodes for you people that work in Japanese offices, and this is
they don't do opiates; they do meth.
No, but this is the only form of entertainment and joy they get in their lives is watching cute cat girls. There's another show.
That's the one they watch.
What the fuck was the? Oh, it was the show about like a cat girl moves in with this guy and like pampers him, and the whole show is
that was a fox girl, but yeah.
It was a fox girl, and that was another show that made me think about those. Like, who is this for? And it's just you have the most stressful job. Anyway, Nekopara did not do much for me, unfortunately. It's actually like at times I liked the look of it. You took a screenshot that looks a little jank because they've got jean shorts, big bosomy brown girl, which is like a classic. But
brownish,
didn't do a ton for me.
Yeah, slightly better than I expected actually, but still not really. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna continue with this one.
You could pass on that one. Yeah,
that's a pass. I watched Hatena Illusion.
You did.
Another magic girl show. Not magical girl, mind you. But like magician. It's a light novel by the guy who did Mayoi Neko Overrun and Papa Kiki and Marchin Madchin. And I was writing all this down, and then I went, oh fuck, he's dead. He died in like 2016, 2018, something.
Oh no!
Recently, and I was like, "Wait, why are they making this?" Because he's not writing that shit anymore, obviously. And I guess it's because of the manga. So, okay, there's still a manga ongoing. Animation studio, Children's Playground Entertainment. Okay, who have done Only This and Cerberus 2016. It starts weirdly abruptly, like. This isn't a huge deal, but the very first shot is of a character. Like, there's no establishing shot at all. And it's this lady and her daughter, and they're not magicians. They're they're magician-themed thieves. And then that's a flashback, and it goes back to current time, and it's the younger girl, and she's in a mansion. She's a rich gal, and she has a Jeeves. His name is really Jeeves. And then they play the entire opening, and I still don't really know what it's about, but they're in this mansion, and there's a lost guy who's heading there, who they're going to meet after a while. She was childhood friends with him, I guess. And on the way, he shows this little girl some magic. He's got a wand. And And so the rich girl's name is Kana, but he calls her Hatena for some Japanese reason that I couldn't understand. And so she's being very handsy with him, and then you realize that, okay, so she thinks he's a girl. She thinks he has been a girl for the past 10 years or whatever. When he shows up, she finds out that he is a boy. And it's just weird because I'm like watching this and I'm like, why is any of this happening? There's been no establishment. I don't get it. I guess he's there to like learn magic from her dad, but then her dad leaves immediately for like a month on some trip. And she has a sister who likes him more than she goes from liking him to not liking him because she finds out he's a boy. Then they do a bathroom gag where he
What
walks
is
in.
what is the tone of this?
The tone is like 2006. That's the tone. The visuals are not, but the tone is like Zero No Tsukaima or Shana or fucking Bakuto Test.
I don't know. See, like it seems like one of those shows that it's almost impossible to understand what you're supposed to be feeling. This is based on what you've said so far. Like sometimes I watch a thing and I'm like, I just don't understand how I'm supposed to.
It's just like a semi-romance, supernatural.
How am I supposed to engage with this?
Yeah.
Where does the
he walks into
engagement
the
start?
bathroom and he sees her in a towel and she screams.
Oh, there you go.
Punches him. And so at this point, you can really only pull this one off if the violence that happens to the male is like comically overdone, I think. Mm-hmm. So he does get punched from across the room with her like magical scarf/veil or whatever it's called, which turns into fists and punches him, which is almost there, but it's not quite enough. Didn't quite do it for me.
Okay.
And then the end of this episode is them finding out that his wand was once repaired by their mom, who was like missing or something. The sister like smells this. She can smell that the wand was touched by her mom or something. The smell. So Hatena decides that she has to get it back using magic or something. There's a transformation sequence. It's bad. Sorry you're dead, man, but this shit sucks.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think he's too bummed about you not liking it at this point.
Yeah,
I think he's okay
cares
with
more
that.
about the liver cancer.
Yeah, and then the not being alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seems like that's not for you. I don't know who this is for. Probably like younger girls.
Girls? It's like a
You think-
harem.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe younger boys then. Let's flip the script.
Yes. Probably. Safe bet.
Okay.
Visually, it doesn't look terrible, except for this one shot that I got that I like a lot. Where is it? Yeah. I love when they superimpose characters onto weird planes and there's no like shadow and it's all fucked up. Yeah.
Got another one.
What?
Let's go on to the next show.
Okay. Boy. Yeah, Infinite Dendrogram.
Yes.
One of the more puzzling titles until you realize, oh no.
Which way can Dendrogram grow? Because like when you let's get really specific. Let's really break down this word again. Dendrogram sounds like it could go a number of different directions. You hear dendro, and you're like, you don't know where the word's going, but you get to gram, and you're like, this is just slapped on the end here.
Well, gram implies to me some kind of like geometric quality.
Yes.
Like it's it's like it's a fractal dendrogram.
Yeah.
It's the name of a VRMMORPG. They don't explain why. Watching this was like that's another Adventures in Joblessness. Was this yesterday or today? I don't know, but I tried to wake up early, and I spent from I think 11 a.m. to 2 or 2:30 p.m. every probably 20 minutes waking up and re-entering a state of vivid lucid dreams.
Oh, nice.
And
dude.
imagine not like not lucid because I couldn't
very clear dreams.
Just very, very vivid dreams. And just so many times where I was just having dreams about waking up and thinking about how many dreams I was having and like talking to someone, much like I'm talking to you right now and being like, man, I kept having these dreams. And then realizing that I was in a dream and having that moment of like really fucked up horror where you realize everything around you is fake and being ripped out of it and waking up and then going immediately back to sleep for hours.
David described that happening. You guys came and visited me at college once. Actually, were you on that same trip?
When we
yes, you were. Yeah.
Lotus.
Yes, and David described a very similar thing happened to him for like 3 hours straight of like
just over and over. Oh god, it was
wake
so
up, think he was walking up the stairs, go back to sleep. Yeah, it's just horrible.
Every time being so sure, like okay, and just like talking to someone, being like, yeah, man, I was just having all these dreams, and then like everything around you just like freezes, and you go, whoa, and you wake up, and then you're just like, oh fuck, and you're tired, and you immediately go back to sleep, and it's just fucking like dozens of times, and it just never ends. It was like literally traumatic. And,
your brain's like, I'm really gonna fuck with him today.
Oh man, it started with like silly dreams where like I woke up and was walking out of bed and walked into my living room and looked out the front window, and there were all these my whole front yard was full of Japanese bodybuilders working out, and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta deal with these guys. And then there was one where I was at a party, and it was like I said, lucid dream, and you're like, nice, and like the one interaction I had with a girl in all these dreams was the one where a girl hugged me.
Oh my god!
Because I made a joke at a party that wasn't funny, and everyone was like, ah. And then the rest of the dreams were just like me waking up, and being like, oh god, that sucked, and just like doing something really banal, like just like in my apartment, and then freaking out and waking up. Anyways, I'm sorry, I was going off on a tangent because I don't want to talk about this.
You're good.
Oh. My first note is okay. So I have it's light novel, Infinite Dendrogram. I didn't even write the studio down. I just have Hamatora, Imo, and ID Invaded. Oh, Nas. It's Nas. That's why I wrote make the fucking joke.
I'm not gonna do it this time.
Okay.
We already did it this season.
And then this is gonna be such ass. And then fucking kill me, damn it. The first shot is of a VR helmet.
Okay. So there's the sequence where he's like, "Oh fuck yeah, I got this game," and my favorite shot in the entire show. Nothing this season has made me laugh harder than it's him. He puts the helmet on. He's just laying down in bed. And again, I had a moment where I was thinking about I am watching a show about a dude doing nothing in his bed, and the show doesn't even have the it's an isekai. And or it's not even an isekai, it's a VR game show. And the premise is there's nothing, there are no stakes at all. It is literally just a dude playing a game. That's the only thing.
There's like AI NPCs that he cares about or whatever.
But why does he care about them? Why would he care about them?
I understand. I relate.
But the shot of him laying down in bed in a wide, like a massive wide of his, and he's just laying down in bed with a dumb smile on his face, fucking made me laugh so hard. and then it goes into like an opening, like a sequence where you have to make your character or whatever.
God.
And it's like, I hate those sequences in games when I have to do them. I hate the experience of going through that process. I want to be done with it as fast as possible.
Yep.
And then in the show, it takes an excruciating amount of time for this fucker to get his character. He could just drop in.
And it's just the mascot, like narrator, tutorial character explaining to him that the game is just like real life for fucking like 8 minutes or whatever, and it's called, and his name is Cheshire Cat.
Oh my god, so, that's crazy, dude.
Fucking wow, yeah. Goddamn.
That's fucking deep.
Shit.
He explains in excruciating detail that this thing, that he's got like this magic, horrible, horrific body horror thing on his hand, It's like a gem inserted in the back of his hand.
Sure.
And he's like, it can turn into any number of things. And he flips through this book showing all the things that it can turn into for about a minute. And I'm like, how are you gonna do this to me? How is
this? Yeah, no, it was like fucking. He calls himself Ray Starling. One of my notes is the N word. Let's see how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly. That's nice.
Oh my god.
And then I was getting a little resentful. I said he chooses a faggy look for his character that looks dumb and retarded.
He does though.
and then I have written, wow, you can do anything in the game. Oh my god. So he runs into a girl at a corner. I can't believe it. Yeah, I was just watching this. Like, I can't fucking believe it. I can't believe they just did this.
His brother is in the game. He's playing the game with his brother.
Yeah.
And his brother chooses to spend his time in this world just being a mascot character for kids.
That's admirable, actually. I like that.
I hated it so much.
If someone did that in an MMO in real life, I'd be like, that's cool. I like that they do that.
But I mean, it just takes so fucking long to get going, and then when it does get going, it's like the most generic bullshit fetch quest kind of thing ever. Like the concept.
It's a way of an overstatement to call it generic. It's like, are you fucking with me? It's like that. God damn.
It's like
he's saving a little girl from big worm, 4 big worms. Then he has a boring worm fight, and the big climax at the end is the arrival of the most generic anime girl of all time.
She turns into a sword. I
didn't even notice that. I was just like, oh god.
Okay, so like he's supposed to be like he just started the game, and they're going to quest, and then he immediately fucks up these like really high level monsters. So what are the stakes? Like, how does this?
They lay the stakes out very clearly. It's just they're not very they're not very interesting. If you die in the game, you get kicked out for 48 hours or whatever, or 72 hours in game, 24 hours in real life, and the AI dies forever. But
it's an AI.
But they're cute, though. That's not part of the show I had a problem with.
No, but if he's got this overpowered thing and never it's I don't know. I hate it so much. I don't like it.
It's
stupid,
the
bad,
most
and
despicable thing I've ever seen.
The thing that immediately soured me, sitting through just like the shit that everybody hates in the game, character creating, and
then afterwards the reward is nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I was pissed. I was pissed.
I was watching this being like, this is unfucking real. I need to make Ethan watch it. It's amazing.
Oh, you fucker.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta get me once every so often. You gotta ground me.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta bring me back down to earth.
Who's boss? Yeah, someone's got to be the Steven. Someone's got to watch this shit.
Oh God.
Anyways, let's talk now. We're done talking about that.
We didn't really fully examine how awful it is to go with Cheshire.
It's like there have been shows, like there was a Code Geass OVA that was literally just based on Alice in Wonderland, and I still feel like they at least went with like a variation on Cheshire. I didn't just call it Cheshire Cat. But yeah, they just did. It's like, oh my god, you just called it. What the fuck?
And I mean, I couldn't. I can't even believe it.
It's beyond.
I feel like it was an affront. I feel like they owe me my time back. They should pay me for having watched this.
Yeah, I feel like halfway through this, like the Pop Team Epic character should have burst out. Like, it's like, like what's gonna happen? Is this an ARG? What's going on? This isn't real.
So why is I mean, I had a thought. It's gone. Fuck. This show has sapped me of my ability to speak coherently. Not that I had that really anyway. Oh, right. if I wrote this and I'm like, I'm going to sit down and write the most impossibly generic show I could possibly can, it would not occur to me to name the mascot character Cheshire. It would be so far out of my mind because it's too. My brain is incapable of coming up with that thought. It's a stroke of mad genius, actually, that they were able to do that.
The show has a 71% approval on Kitsu.io.
Oh my
What's the score on Mal? 6.5. Nice, guys.
These people walk amongst us.
Yep. Like I said, hell.
I just don't like. I can't imagine enjoying this. I don't know who can. You have to be like at the absolute dregs.
It's like
you must have watched everything.
It's like imagining being like a deep sea worm or a koala or something. Where it's just like imagining having no like awareness.
Right. Right. Or like a like try to think about what it would be like to be like a fly and look through a fly's eyes and see. Like, I'm closer to a fly than I am to the type of person that would enjoy this, honestly.
Yeah, only being able to like conceptualize like instantaneous stamina and nothing else.
I guess I can
even then
see,
it's like the show's ugly. I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like even if I was brain dead, if I was in a vegetative state, my eyes were just open, and I was just watching a screen, and it was
I would
color flickering in front of me.
Yeah, and this isn't an exaggeration. I would prefer to stare out a window than watch the show.
Yeah, because you can at least
not
that's
even
stimulating. That's stimulating in
like
some ways.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, man.
You were like you could look at the clouds
seriously.
and examine those.
Yes.
Yeah, or like a cat. Like there might be a cat that runs through and like chases after a squirrel. So many possibilities.
Anything, sure.
This game where you could do anything, as opposed to us looking out the window. Oh.
Okay, we got to be done with this one.
Okay. I'm just sorry. It's just it's. We need to get some kind of content out of it.
It's one of the most amazing things I've
it.
watched in a while. Yeah, no, I haven't seen anything like that in a while. Whew, someone's got to keep that. Someone's got to keep it generic, right?
We should watch the last episode of this.
Right, yeah.
We should pull together the things that we were the most appalled by and watch the last episodes of all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I can see the last episode. He's fighting the big bad, like whatever. Like the chips are down, and it seems like he's out. But then he's got I don't know. Who cares? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about Big Dick. Did you watch? Yes. Richard.
Yes.
Richard-sama. I only had you watch this because it had Richard in the title, which I thought was very funny. Housekisho Richard-shi no Nazo Kantei. The Case Files of Jeweler Richard. Or the Mystery Appraisals of Mr. Richard the Jeweler. This is a series of light novels animated by Shuka, who did 91 Days.
Those are all English words.
And Durarara season 2. Yeah, Mr. Richard the Jeweler,
But like that's fine. Like that, just Mr. Richard the Jeweler is acceptable, but they just smack all this
appraisals, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm dying here. Okay, go ahead.
I would kill for a Japanese man to call me Mr. Richard the Jeweler. Yeah, it's time for a mystery, kiddos. We got a main character who's touching grandma's shit and she doesn't like it. And in flash forward, he's saving this handsome man from a bunch of drunk guys. And he introduces himself as Richard. He is Richard-sama. He's a very handsome blonde man. So yeah, main character. He keeps his grandma's ring in the fridge, and he happens to.
Why is the ring in the fridge?
That's a great question.
I was thinking about that while watching. I mean, like, how could you not? But like, why? Why is the ring in the fridge? Is he trying to hide it?
If you were trying to rob a place and you were looking for jewelry, would you search the fridge?
No, that's my
Exactly.
thought. Is that's where you put it.
know.
Did we learn Richard's entire name yet?
I'm sure we could learn it.
Richard's name is Richard Rana
He
Shinha
says it out loud. Yeah.
Dave Vulpian. Yeah, and I'm just saying.
Right.
None of those are right. That shit ain't right at all.
Why is that?
Is he also from? Is he from Sri Lanka?
Yes.
Weird shit.
The first Google result for Dvorpian is the case files of Julia Richard. So they kind of made that one up. What about Rana Shinha? Is that a name? Nope. So that's just a made up Sri Lankan name. I don't know if that's what they sound like. So he asks Richard to take a look at his grandma's ring. It's like what if Antiques Roadshow was done by big-handed yaoi guys? So the main character, he stops this old man from pretending to be more physically fucked up than he actually is, so he can hold a girl's hand to cross the road. And I'm thinking, like, man, that old guy just wants to hold a girl's hand. He's got nothing left. Just
no one's getting hurt here.
He's not being a groper, or maybe he, the only explanation I could see is he's seen this before and he ends up groping the lady. But he seems like he just wants to hold a girl's hand, man. Come on. He's so old, all his friends are dead. Just let him. I guess he's not actually as old as he says, but still, he wants to hold hands with a lady.
We all will just want to hold hands with ladies.
Give my man a break. Don't try to pretend like you're not. Every episode you're on a new date. Don't try to appropriate my culture.
This guy's a sex pervert. Every guy is a sex pervert secretly, and he's just trying to use another guy's sex perversion as an opportunity to get in with this girl.
Well, that was what surprised me. Is I was like, oh my god, they're straight in this show. Yeah, he likes his girl. And that's all we see of her, kind of. So Richard tells him that the ring is stolen, and so then main character tells the story of how his grandma stole the ring because she was desperate for money because she was a single mom in the 50s, 40s, 60s. I don't know how his grandma kept the ring if she got arrested for stealing it. They don't explain that. And I don't know how he knows this, if his grandma just told him all of it, which would be a weird thing to tell
How can a show move so fucking slow? How can it be so slow?
I wasn't bored. I don't know what
you weren't
happened.
bored. Okay.
No.
I was like on the verge of sleep. I almost fucking fell asleep.
Okay. I fell asleep during some of these, but this one, I think for me, it was kind of refreshing just to have a show with normal people who aren't teenagers playing an MMO. And so, like, everyone's just kind of down to earth, and they're just kind of nice and normal, and they're just talking and they're having conversations. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. Everyone's just an adult, and they're just talking about stuff.
Well, I want to see what crazy way that somebody will try to play an MMO next. Will they put all their stats into small arms or swimming?
I put all my stats into sex? What? I put all my RPG points into being gay?
Dude, we don't have to tell us that. We know that one straight up. You put all your real life points into being gay, son. I want to be.
And then I entered a VR MMO, and then I fucking turned into a girl and jerked off.
Infinite Dendo Gray. Dendo gay.
You fucked it up.
Wait.
Infinite Dicko gay.
Hold on. How come these guys that play these MMOs don't play as girls so they can play with their pussies?
I think in Sword Art Online, at least, which is the gold standard, they establish that when the owner of the game pulls the rug out from everyone and reveals that they're trapped in the game forever, all of the males playing as females revert to male characters. So that was one show that at least addressed that. I don't know about the rest of them.
It was fun. You know what's fucking funny is that I was thinking about this last night. Was that Sword Art Online is actually the pinnacle of isekai entertainment?
No, because you haven't seen Konosuba.
Okay,
and neither of us have seen Log Horizon, which I've heard is very good. And there's also, I liked the first season of Dungeon of Is It Okay to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon. I'm sure there are others. Hold on.
It's on the Mount Rushmore though.
Huh?
It's Sword Art Online.
Oh
is
yeah,
on
no,
the,
it's not even. It's not even bad. That's the second season even not even bad. There's a emotional arc in that last season about AIDS. I think I've mentioned that. It's good. Yeah.
Who has AIDS?
Aoyuki's character.
Oh.
Kirito isn't even in that arc. It's just her and her online friends. It's like a side story, but she's dying in real life and she's in the game with all her friends, and they all have an in-game they say goodbye to her. It's really it's actually well done. Can't even make fun of it. Yeah. What else is in Isekai? I don't know. Those are the ones that came to mind.
There's the Goop Show. Or there's the
Slime.
Slime's good. The Slime Show.
Yeah. Like when 90% of shows are isekais, like some of them are gonna be good. That one was good. Shield Hero was okay. I didn't really want to watch more of it, but it wasn't even terrible. Slime ended up being good.
That guy's life sucked.
I mean, they're all like businessmen. Yeah, I guess.
Well, no, I'm saying the Shield Hero,
after he enters the game, game world,
that guy got fucked. Let's move on. Let's go back to talking. The boys talking about jewels.
Yes. So then he has this ring. He decides to give it back to the original owner, who's this old ass lady, who after his grandma stole it, apparently threw herself in front of a train. But then he tries to return it, and she's like, "Yeah, it's no big deal. I actually didn't like the ring because it was part of a forced marriage." So he's just like kind of deflated because it's like his grandma died with this huge burden on her back. I liked this kind of because he has to come to terms with this, and he has to sort of let go of his grandma's this because and also he has this hang up about how his name is Seigi, which is justice, and he's kind of a goody two shoes, and he always got made fun of for it, and so. But now, his grandma's dead, and he has to finish her business. That sounds weird. What's the incomplete? Not like she's a ghost, but. Help me out here.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're digging here, man. I think you're overestimating me. That was
the point of the episode. Yeah, he has to let go of this thing that he sort of adopted, this burden he adopted from his grandma.
Yeah.
He
inherited that burden,
but then Richard and the other old lady talked to him about how his grandma would have felt about it, and how the ring represents justice, I think. I thought that was okay. I thought that was a good wraparound.
No, I'm not saying it's terrible. I just was I thought it moved a little too slow for me.
I understand.
And was there another one similar to this a little while ago? There was an antiques one.
An antique show. Yes, you are right about the girl who worked there because she had to buy tickets for a train to do something. Yes, that was.
And there was another eccentric kind of. An antique appraiser or whatever kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was kind of I'm like, okay, I've kind of been here and done this, and it just moved so slow, and I didn't find Richard to be terribly charismatic.
I thought he was really funny in how dreamy he is. He's always has these, his eyes are half closed and he's smiling.
Yeah.
And I just kept watching it snickering and being like, Richard-sama, he's so suave. But I thought main character had a nice little arc. I thought Richard was funny.
It does go to surprisingly dark. The place that it goes to, as far as being unable to resolve that burden and having to cope with it in a different way, I do like. That is a mature.
Yeah, it sounds dumb, but it is a mature show. Everyone's a normal person who's kind of level-headed, and I found that kind of refreshing. And there's this Backstreet Boys sounding ED, and it's then at the end, it's he's like, hey, let's work together, and I was like, hell yeah. So If you want to solve gem mysteries with your cool bros, you could do a lot worse than this. I was like, yeah, I like these two guys, you know. So I don't know.
I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna go because now I'm like, if you're like an adult, you know, like you're not just like a man child or something. I could definitely see wanting something a little bit more reserved. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's turning me around a little bit. I might have. It was also like I was in the thick of it, you know, when I was watching. Like this was like sandwiched between a couple other shows. I didn't have give it a ton of space, so it was just felt like it was moving pretty slow to me. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, that's fine.
But anyway, yeah, there you go.
Speaking of moving slow, oh no, yeah, you probably. Oh wait, no, that's yes, no, that's this one. Screenshot Somali.
Yes.
Tomori. No, Kamisama.
Yes.
Somali and the Forest Spirit. This is a manga being adapted by Hornets and Satellite. Joint production between Satellite and just a bunch of Hornets, I guess.
I guess you could say there's a lot of buzz around this one.
I mean, I wish I had the sound effects loaded up. You're fucking lucky I don't. This isn't a classic. This isn't a Gangstalking classic. I don't have those sound effects. That deserves a minute and a half of Price is Right sad trombone.
I'd buy that for $1.
No, I wouldn't. So I got into this thinking this better be cute because that's, you know, it's one of those. It's the setting is like these Avatar looking ass woods.
Yeah.
Everything's glowing and alien. And there's this guy walking around, and I fucking hate his design at first. I said I really hope he doesn't keep looking like this, and he doesn't.
He's got some bondage stuff going on. It looks like it looks like he's got like a zipper kind of gimp mask on.
Yeah, he's a weird gray rock muscle skeleton.
Oh, that's how I want to be known.
He's like some rock, some muscle, and like mostly weird naked skeleton. It's just fucked up. He looks fucked up. And then he meets a little girl who, you know, obviously, I guess that there's Somali, I guess. She thinks that he is her dad. It's not your dad, dumbass. Fucking stupid kid. And then they play the opening, which is very sentimental.
Oh,
and very boring.
Yeah, so like, this is. I'm like, oh, it's one of these.
It's so cheesy. It's like 100% of everything you would expect from the concept of hulking brute unwillingly cares for child.
It's just
which is
it's
like
fucking,
a genre.
Yeah, it's the Terminator 2, but done in like a really sappy way.
Terminator 2. It's Berserker and Ilya. It's the Iron Giant, sort of.
Yes,
I was trying to think of other things, but you get it. There's a lot of those.
It's like if you took Terminator 2 and filtered it through a Mushi-shi kind of deal.
Yeah.
And you know and didn't really make it compelling. And like the girl is cute. The girl's cute. She got cute little horns.
At some point in here, I've written cute confirmed.
Yes.
He gives her little ear. They do start wearing clothes, which is nice. He gives her her hood, little ears. They skip the relationship building, and it just cuts to them like wandering around, and they have clothes, which I'm fine with, by the way.
Yes.
So it's so, speaking of fucking falling asleep, like I'm amazed I stayed awake through this whole thing. It's so dreamy. Like the soundtrack is like, I think it's a harp. They drew the city they go to all watercolor and pink. It's like it's dangerous levels of chill. I was gonna pass out. And then they're in a bar, and he tells everyone she's a Minotaur. And it took me a couple minutes to realize, like, oh no, she's a human, obviously, but she's disguising her as a Minotaur.
I like that quite a bit.
They the humans are all gone because everyone didn't like them and they ate them. They talk about this very casually, like there's no like guilt or remorse about it. Like everyone's. At one point, someone's like, "Oh, remind me, what happened to the humans again?" And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we genocided them." It would be like
they were so yummy.
They don't. There's no taboo around just talking about. It would be like
sentient creatures.
It'd be like if you're in a bar and just you're like, "Hey, someone remind me, what happened to Rhodesia?" What the fuck is going on? So that was funny. Everyone was just like, humans got all killed because they were too mean. They were too rude.
Wait a minute. You guys just ate all of us.
I don't know.
They're like,
I disagree with the methods, to be honest.
Yes. But yeah, they stay there overnight at this tavern or whatever.
On top of a bar, yeah.
And then that doesn't really go anywhere. It's just they talk about how, and she has like her ear gets torn or whatever because she's playing around the horn, the Minotaur horn on her hood gets torn. So he mends that, and there's like a little bit about him not being able to understand like human curiosity stuff, Terminator stuff.
He has no emotions. Yep. He's like, this is unnecessary, or whatever. Everything's unnecessary because emotions.
Yeah.
So then they go shopping. Skeleton Man's haggling while she wanders off doing kid ventures, and meets this talking cat. This show has some weird sound mixing. When they want to do drama, they increase the voice volume in the mix really high to a point where it's a little uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But the cat thinks she smells good, but doesn't really figure it out in time. And then he goes and tells people, but everyone just thinks he's a pedo. And then they leave that town. And that was that adventure. So I've also written a lot of Z's for this one, but in a better way than Nekopara. That was my take. Because it is very pleasant, but it's just like, man, boy, there's not a lot going on here.
This is
sort of cute and really fucking just chilling out.
It feels intentional. I like the aesthetics quite a bit. I like the way that it looks, and I like the look at the forest. It's been done a million times, like glowing kind of alive plants, or like maybe it's fungus, or maybe it's a flower, and But I thought this was I thought it looked nice. I like the way that they handled it. I like the kind of watercolor feel of that whole thing. I guess if you're into another one of those stories,
if you need to lower your cortisol levels,
yes, if you haven't already seen Kino's Adventure or Kino no Tabi, Kino's Journey, rather, yeah. You probably should watch that first, because it's a very similar idea, I'm sure.
And Mujishi. And Hit Him Hard Sketch.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really do much for me, but I appreciated it. I didn't dislike it by any means.
Yeah, not even bad.
Yeah.
There is also... There is also... Oshi ga Budoukan ga... Oh, you watched this.
I did.
Ittekuretara Shinu. You watched a bunch of shows. That you watched 2 today. All right.
No, just the one today.
Okay, there was one.
I'd already seen Breakers.
I thought you hadn't seen this one. Oh, you did. Okay. Oh, you didn't. Okay, I got you. Oh, I was counting 1. 2,
oh, we also have a short to do as well.
Oh, okay, so 6. I got you. So you ended up watching this one. Yes, Oshi ga Budoukan. Translates to, if my favorite pop idol made it to the Budoukan, I would die.
Oh no! What a circumstance!
I assumed I get it's in a good way, dying in a good way.
Nope. This entire show is about preventing these idols from making it to the Budoukan.
Interesting. I don't know what the Budoukan is. If it's like the Budokai, then that's great, because I love Dragon Ball Z. So this will be fantastic. Laugh track.
I'm more of a Tenkaichi guy.
Adaptation being done by 8-Bit. They did Yamano Susume and Infinite Stratos, so some real yin and yang type shit going on there. Hey, here's a random question. Do you need a bathroom break?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Well, wait, I need music then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
You got a pee sitch going?
I got a pee sitch, but I need some break music.
Okay.
How about that? I don't know. How about that Death Grips Elevator mix?
Okay, sure. I've been listening to Fashion Week a lot.
Fashion Week, yeah,
I still think my favorite of their like EP, or like kind of their whatever you would call them, their mixtapes or whatever. I really do love steroids quite a bit.
I listened to that once and I had a good time.
But yeah, there's something about Fashion Week just gets me. There's just like a lot of great grooves and stuff on it.
You come out, your shit is gone.
Bitch.
Sure. I'm gonna go pee. See you in a minute.
You wanna see, just don't follow me. I'm on a journey to the center of three. Grab your fucking chain and drag it through the bike lane. Everybody's like, I got this pregnant state. Engaged surrounded by long hairs. A plethora of maniacs and spiral stairs. Make you want to break in the Apple store. Sink or swim, who fucking cares? Get the bird cause, press dick. Gaga can't handle this shit. Headed for the Sammy Davis wing. Throw up a black hole at the entrance of linens and things on the way. Never call it a day. Visit Tesla's great for the nighttime today. Still on the way. Bigger way. When you come out, your shit is gone. 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 I'm in your area. I'm in your area. I'm in your area. I'm in. I know the first three numbers. I'm in your area. I'm in your area. I'm in your area. I'm in your area. I know the first three numbers. I'm in. I know the first three numbers. I'm in. When you come out, your shit is gone. When you come out, your shit is gone. I'm in. When you come out, your shit is gone. When you come out, your shit is gone. Don't catch a JPEG to the head. Uber Eats. You're an intern. I'm WikiLeaks. Most loved, therefore most hated. Come and knock on the door. We've been waiting for you. Game changer. Reclusive, aggressive. Yin and yang, you know it. Info warrior, check the hacker. The Rolling Stoner, prophet on disaster. My existence is a momentary lapse of reason. Got the DNA of Gothic lemon. Shredded 13 times out of 11. Your bad ideas are the ATM. Shed my skin.
Yeah, shed that skin. Leave it for the homies to sleep.
Yeah.
Teach those bitches how to swim. I'm in. Yeah.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Yes. Idol show. It starts out with a shot of some sakura, springtime, and a couple of these girls ask I call her 1% goth. 1% because she's like got a black blouse and like a choker, but she's blonde and she's wearing like a red skirt. So it's like just a tiny bit goth. And they want her to watch their laibu, and they're called Cham Jam.
So this is one of the first things that I noticed that syncs up with the movie Perfect Blue.
Oh God.
So in Perfect Blue,
It's gonna take a dark turn.
The group name is Cham,
Wow.
which in that movie is about an obsessive idol stalker.
Oh, okay.
And
So that's just a reference.
I guess so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I was just like, imagine if you took that in a direction that wasn't a horrific nightmare.
It's a different nightmare, but yeah, I see what you mean. So she goes to this concert in the park and she fucking loves it. She says something along the lines of like, I always thought idols were amazing, and you expect her not to say the obvious thing, which is that they're even better than she expected, because they don't show the concert that she saw. Like, there's no like, wow, you're dazzled, because it's like a montage from like a really high angle of like these blurred frames of these girls dancing, but it looks like ass kind of. So you think she's gonna be like something, I don't know what I thought, but she just did the thing where she was like, oh my god, idols. And then see these idols, and it's like the character design is like, I warmed up to it a little bit, but at first I called it the worst possible compromise between kawaii and realistic. They have a weird vibe to them. I don't know.
So I don't mind. I don't mind the girls. It was one of the things I kind of liked about it, actually. Something about these girls worked for me.
They're not that bad, yeah. So, I guess, yeah, she becomes a super fan instead of becoming an idol. I should have guessed this from the title of the show, but she becomes an obsessive fan. And everyone calls her Aripyo. And she's like in this group of like fans of this particular small-time idol group. And she really, really likes this girl, Mina. And again, another show that kind of skips the intro. It's just like it's like 2 years later or something. She loves fucking Mina, and everyone in the scene knows her because she's the Mina girl. And I like that idea of like being in this insular like group of fans of this
niche
one like local idol group, yeah. And like being so much of a fan and of a group that's so small that they like kind of know you, so you're like almost in like an inner circle, but it's obviously kind of like a weird relationship. But
it is an interesting subculture for sure, because that exists at that level, insular community, and it's like being the guy who runs the local GameStop, like the clerk at the local GameStop, and the guys that come in and like the regulars, you know.
Or there's like one guy in your town who like does magic for kids' birthday parties, or has reptiles or something, and you're like at all of his, or I don't know, some like it just made me think about the idea of like finding some small town local performer and becoming their hugest fan, so that you force them to know about you and acknowledge you, which I found very funny and kind of fascinating.
Because it feels entirely authentic in that way. Obviously, the extremes that she goes to might be out there, but I can absolutely see this being a real thing.
Yeah, where they're a little creeped out, but also mostly appreciative, and except we find out at the end, but we'll get to that. But yeah, like there's these guys who are just waiting in line for hours for shit, and they know him because it's like, oh, it's this guy, you know. So yeah, she's hanging out with these other idol nerds. There's trading cards, I guess. I don't know what year it is or if they still have these for idols, but just like go on eBay, son. They're like collecting these cards for these girls. But the main character, Aripyo, she's buying every like handshake card for Mina.
Yes.
And Mina is not requiting her feelings, being very cold, as she puts it. And then at one point she does go to a concert, and at this point they do try to animate the dancing. At least they try. You know, it's not the best, but
I like the lyrics because they're all like super literal about their personality. Yes, like they're just talking about their personality traits.
Yeah, I wonder if idol groups in real life have like the intro song for the concert where it's like establishing your idol personality. I don't know.
Maybe. Another thing that I didn't realize is that I don't know if this is true or not, but they keep making specific reference to these batons that they wave at the concerts, and how they need to be of a specific color. You got to support your girl.
Like. Yeah, and
I did not. Is that a thing?
Maybe sure. Maybe some of them.
I kind of like that.
I've definitely seen a lot of idol concerts where every glow stick is the same color because they're all like synchronized to the music. But yeah, maybe there's some phenomenon where you put an item representing the girl you like in the glow stick somehow. Mina's conundrum, or Aripyo's conundrum, is that Mina's like symbol is salmon, which is a funny because it's difficult to incorporate into things, and it's a weird color.
I definitely want to go to an idol concert next time we go to Japan.
Yeah, we've discussed this, but yeah, that would be wearing the robes and having the glow sticks. Yeah, totally.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be so great. Yeah,
because it's fun to just go to a concert anyway.
Yeah. Oh god, just imagine. I felt so out of it and so like fucking dissociated. You just at a baseball game. Being an idol with people jumping around.
We gotta pick girls. We gotta pick girls.
Yeah. And we gotta go, hey.
Oh man. Oh, this sounds so good.
We have to like listen to their albums on the plane right over or something like 8 times. Yeah.
No, because it's way more fun when you know the song.
We should find like an idol group in like some small town with like 8 fans. Just,
we
like,
show up
go
in
there.
T-shirts.
Oh, it'd be amazing. Print our own T-shirts for these random Japanese 16-year-old girls. Hey! They're just like at their like local. They're at their farmers market doing a concert on a wooden stage.
I remember the last concert I went to. Every time one of my favorite songs would come on, I would just bellow like, yeah! They would just troll it. Like, you was compelled to just scream really loudly when that happens. And we should, when our girl comes on to sing, we should just lose our shit.
Did you see those gaijin? They loved Hanako. Hanako!
Which girls do you, hold on, what archetype do you?
Oh, I would go for the shy, the quiet one, obviously, and you would go for the Asuka type, the boisterous. I
want a bad
maintenance.
bitch.
Yeah. You want a bad bitch. Step on me, Hanako-chan! You need to learn how to say
stop my balls.
"step on me" in Japanese. Yeah. Koku endu boru tocha.
I've been a bad boy. I must be punished. Oh fuck.
Ore wa warui.
My face hurts. Okay.
Damn,
anyway, back to this
thing.
That's a
good ass bit. Oh, fuck. So yeah, they're at this concert. She gets a nosebleed. So she has to step out. Then she gets a handshake from Mina, who seems a little creeped out. And then there's a scene where they're waiting on these stairs all day for this fan event, and it's way too hot, very hot summer day. It's torture, but they make it in. And
there's one thing I have to point out we've skipped over, which is her day job. She has a day job at a factory flipping.
Oh yeah, she's staring at a conveyor belt of buns, of like hot dog buns,
and that really grounded it for me. It grounded it because I'm like,
it got a little real there. It's like,
yeah,
where it's like, this is what she does, you know.
This is her day-to-day life, and when she's at work, she's thinking about those Cham girls. She's thinking about that Mina.
She's thinking about jamming the Cham. So she finally gets to shake Mina's hand, but she's self-conscious about her sweatiness from waiting outside all day. So she takes a very comical picture where she's too far away from Mina. And then at the very end, this was the stinger that actually kind of got me interested. It's Mina actually likes her too, but is too shy to say it. So that's an interesting little twist. It's nice.
I thought it was quite cute because they had to retake the photo, and she kept the other photo. It's good.
Yes.
I thought that's a cute,
even
thoughtful
if it's just
kind of idea.
Even if it's just of Aripio's hand, Mina kept it. Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. I have no idea is it just going to be gags? Is there going to be romance? Is there drama? I don't know. Maybe I'll watch more of it even. I don't know.
It's
probably mostly going to be like in jokes about the idol fan culture. So I don't know.
There's just enough to keep me interested. There's just enough in this to where I'm like, okay, yeah, I could dig it. I think the realness of it and how much I feel like I could act like I could see this in real life was the thing that made it compelling. I like fucked up small subcultures like that. Like something I've been on to recently is there are just YouTube channels. This is one particular YouTube channel which I do not know the name of right now. I would shout them out if I did. That they're based out of Florida, and they're crime scene cleaners, and they'll just share videos of like the cleanups that sites that they go to. So this is a house of hoarders. Like this is the top of a woman's skull.
No, on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
What the fuck?
And they're like, this is fucked. God, the video, it's so funny.
That's not funny.
No. That's not funny. What is funny is the context, which is I click on this video. It's called "Holy Pringles!" ! And the video starts with them just going around like, "Oh man, this person really loved Pringles." Like they just had like tubes and tubes, and they go into this other room and there's a fucking human skull on the floor. Like, oh god,
skull.
Or like the brain pan. It was like the brain pan of this fucking person that died.
I don't know what a brain pan is.
That's the top of the head with the scalp.
How'd that happen?
I don't know, but the video title's "Holy Pringles" and not "We found a person's fucking head."
I guess they you get desensitized pretty quickly for that one. I wish I hadn't heard about that kind of.
It's okay. I mean, it's just a lot of the time they'll get really affected by it, but then other times they'll do things like maggot races.
Oh God!
I know. But yeah, that's just like another thing that you just would never. But it's maybe it's for the best that you don't think about that particular thing. But
yeah, I'll try to not with that one.
Not as funny as huge obsessive idol fans. Yeah, much funnier and more charming.
Yeah. You did not watch Jibaku Shounen Hanako-kun.
We should do this short.
Oh, the short. You're right. Heya Camp. Yuru Camp's back, and it's Heya Camp now. Heya means room, because they're in their club room. Hey, camp club goes all year round, even in the winter. Got to be in this room. One of the OVAs, the short OVAs for the first season, was called Heya Camp, and then there was also Saba Camp, Survival Camp. But I guess they liked Heya Camp, so that's its own short now. It's a sea station room camp. Weird title. 3.5 minutes. Nothing happens. There's a pop country outro. One of the lyrics is "It's comfy time," so they know, I guess.
Yeah.
I still like it. It seems like the plot is going to be that they're heading around town, hitting all these sites of their town, and like having like a stamp card where they get a free thing after they've seen all the tourist sites in their own town.
It takes a while to set that up, which is amazing. Show, but it's the girls are cute, and they are comfortable in this location.
Well, they're leaving the location, but yeah, they're comfortable in their own skin. That's
what matters.
Yeah.
They're gonna go eat. They're gonna go eat treats around their town.
They'll probably eat some treats. Yeah, they'll get some food. They'll sigh comfortably. This will tide me over until season 2 is airing in like fall or summer or something.
Think about that tuna. One of the sequences in the show in this episode is, I guess, the only sequence in the short is they're looking through their reserves, and they guys got cans of tuna, and I don't know the last time I've had tuna. My recollection of tuna is that it smells really bad, but is very yummy.
I don't think I've ever eaten tuna. I haven't
had it since I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I've smelled it. It doesn't even have a very fishy smell. It gets compared to chicken. It's like my mom used
chicken of the sea.
My mom used to tell my sister wanted to eat tuna sandwiches all the time when she was a kid, but that's not good for you. So my mom would buy the canned chicken in the same can that's the same texture and just tell her that it was tuna. I think that happens with a lot of kids. Just like a mayonnaise and chicken, but it's tuna sandwich. What are we talking about?
I think I there might be some tuna in my future. Might have to see what's going on there. Do you just eat it as tuna in a sandwich, or
Sorry, what was that at the end?
Can you eat it other ways, or is it just you're having it as a sandwich? What's going on with tuna?
In the can, just in the can.
Yeah.
You're probably just making a sandwich. You can make a roll. You can, but yeah, I don't know if there's much else.
Tuna recipes.
Do with it. You can make it into a dip. People put it into dips a lot.
Tuna salad.
Yeah, tuna salad. So anything you do with tuna salad, so it's like basically dips, sandwiches,
Tuna patties. That sounds really good.
I was trying to get into sardines because CK memed me into sardines. I have a high tolerance for some fucked up shit, but sardines are just a bit much for me. It's like not even the taste, the smell. It's just there all day.
Tuna salad sounds great.
Yeah. Yes.
What'd you try cook?
I mixed it with rice and like hot sauce. I made like fish cakes. Like I mixed them up with like breadcrumbs and some other shit and like put them into patties and fried them. And it's like the taste is still there. You really should just like eat them by themselves or on something simple like rice.
Are you an avocado guy? Do you like avocado?
I tried to get into avocado once, and it's like, I don't think you're supposed to refrigerate them. The texture was wrong. I don't. Also, I think it would give me a stomachache because that seems like the kind of thing that's very vegetable that would for whatever reason make my tummy hurt.
Avocado is amazing. It's amazing. I love it so much.
I like the idea of it. Yeah, I should get into that.
I had some fried avocado the other day, where it's breaded, like thin strips of avocado that are then breaded and fried. And it was delightful. One of the best things I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Oh, cool. I was using avocado oil for a while because it's very good for you. Then I stopped because I was like, this shit is unrefined. It doesn't actually have the high smoke point that it's advertised. But now they start, at my grocery store, they started selling refined avocado oil, which they can get that shit up to like 550 degrees before it starts smoking. Imagine searing a steak in that. You don't burn the oil and it's that fucking hot. That sounds good. Very expensive though.
I've been craving those meals that you cooked while we were in the Adirondacks. I was
just like steak.
Oh my god! You did such a great job. And then you guys made those mushrooms in the
steak butter. Ooh,
steak.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I made I was cooking up chicken and I was like, I made to go along with it. I bought a ton of mushrooms, and it's like and Italian sausage, and you just like cook those together until they're dark as shit, and then just add like flour and some like broth and turn it into this gravy sausage mushroom mixture. It's like the darkest, most savory thing you could possibly make. It's almost too much, but it's fucking really good.
You know what? I think my favorite thing you made the entire time that we were out in the middle of the woods was you made you grilled some zucchini, and that was like next level shit to me.
Oh, it was. We decided that the zucchini needed some lemon juice.
I thought it was delicious.
Yeah, the butter and the salt and pepper. Yeah, that was good. We had that along with some chicken or steak or something.
Damn, can I just cook up zucchini in a skillet?
Yeah, if you get it hot enough, sure.
Oh shit, that sounds so good. I'm gonna have to do that soon.
Yeah,
I'm back on OMAD, so all this food talk's got me in a way.
Me too, kind of in a weird way.
Yes.
I had a craving for some of that Olive Garden that soup they got, that zuppa toscana. Have you ever had that?
No, I haven't. What is that?
It's Italian sausage. It's like a creamy soup, Italian sausage and potatoes and kale. And it's fucking good. So I made some of that. And that's speaking of things that put me to sleep. That's like, I call it Xanax in a bowl. That shit. You take a big old nap.
You see, if I had Xanax in a bowl, literal Xanax in a bowl, Nekopara would have been awesome.
I'm gonna be shipping that to you. My career trajectory.
Yes. Bar me out, bro.
Hell yeah. That's what I should do. Is I should get so barred out this entire time that I just wake up with a job. I'll be so charismatic, just totally.
Yeah, dude. All right.
Yeah.
It's like, sir, you haven't showered in 3 days. We can smell it on you.
You don't have to shave. Yeah, it's great. What was I going to talk about? Camping's fun. Cooking.
Oh, right. Heya Camp. You tied you over.
Yep. Season 2 eventually. Yeah, I don't know. I've only seen the first episode of this 3.5 minute short that just set up the rest of the short, so I don't know. Whatever. It's your favorite characters from Heya Camp.
Yeah, you should. You should talk about the next show.
When do you have to go to bed?
I don't. I mean, I probably should. We should probably wrap this up pretty soon. But this is not ridiculous for me yet.
Okay. Real quick, have you ever had a portrait monitor set up?
No. I've worked on portrait monitor setups before, though. Why?
It's pretty nice. Okay, so I tweeted about this,
Yes.
but I the day I got basically fired. This is so ridiculous now that I think about it. I have 2 monitors on my desk. And I take the fucking stand off of one of them, and I take the monitor and I shove it into one of the drawers. And then and it barely fits. It's like it would be a pain in the ass to get this monitor out of the drawer because it's such a tight fit.
Yeah.
And then I take this huge Dell stand, and it takes me like 5 minutes to get it into my backpack because it's bigger than I expect. So like you hear
anybody walking by.
I was like rushing because I was looking behind my shoulder, but no one was left in the office. So I'm like rushing to get it into my backpack, and I take it home, and I'm just thinking like, the next day, the following Monday, everyone comes in and I'm like, do they notice that my desk has one less monitor? And they think I just ran out with it. No, because that would be stealing. But I'm gonna, if my boss asks, like, did you just fucking take a monitor? I'll be like, no, it's in the desk. I took the stand because, that's mine. I took the stand in because, that's my stand. I brought it in from home like 3 years ago or whatever. But the monitors have like computer names, but I just took the stand and it doesn't even fit my monitor. I had to order a Visa mount off eBay, and now I got this vertical monitor, and it was, worth it. It's fucking so tall. You don't realize how wide monitors are, but it's fucking it's a 21-inch.
Nice.
I can see so many tweets at once. It's great.
High efficiency tweet reading, good.
Oh yeah.
I've been looking at TVs. Talking about monitors and stuff. Unless you had another thought on your monitor.
Nope. It's just nice.
I've been looking into buying a television, and I'm like, there's no great place for me to have a television because I don't have like a TV, like room for a TV stand or anything, and I don't really feel like mounting one on the wall. So what I decided is that I'm gonna get one of those rolling TV stand carts.
Oh, you talked about this in the podcast.
Yeah. Okay, I did. So the thing is that TVs are in this weird place where it's like they don't really make high-end, or I can't find really, really good 50-inch televisions.
Really?
Like it's like I want to spend $500 on one, and like it seems like they just don't sell them above $400 most of the time now.
They're either kind of like low end or really high end.
I can't even find they won't even let me look at buying Walmart and Amazon and shit, and it just doesn't, like, I can't find it. It's weird. And in all of like the ones that I'm finding that are like in like the $400 range, I look at the reviews on them because of course you have to obsess over everything. You can't just buy something, and I obsessed over this, and I'm like, none of these seem like they would be acceptable. So I'm in a place where I want to buy a TV, and I don't want to compromise, but I also can't reach and spend like $1,000 on one. I'm just kind of in a pickle here.
So there's a really good site that you probably found, rtings.com,
Yes.
monitor reviews.
Yes.
So they'll tell you about like the color accuracy or whatever. You probably want like an IPS panel.
Yes.
You want low latency for games if you're gonna play any games.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all the advice I can offer.
Yeah. Maybe I got to go through like B&H or something. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong places.
B&H.
Yeah, they sell like camera equipment and stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it seems like if I want a decent display, I'm just gonna have to save up and go a little higher end, like.
Damn.
Because like I thought 50-inch 4K would be a safe thing, but I see other people's TVs and I'm like, this is unacceptable. because I'm used to. I have a really really nice.
Oh yeah, you got like a designer monitor, right?
Yeah. It's got like perfect color accuracy and like I can configure to whatever form of editing I'm doing and Rec 709 configurations and everything and but I can't compromise on this. So I guess I'm just gonna have to save up or go to like a 40-inch display. And at that point, I'm like, am I really even getting that much by having a 40-inch display? I don't know.
Yeah, that's just a big computer monitor at that point.
Anyway,
I've even though I'm not even in the market, I've been watching some Linus Tech Tips videos where he reviews TVs. Maybe check those out. I don't know. He knows what he's talking about. He can just look at them and be like, this just contrast. I don't know.
Yeah.
I tried to set up my I hooked up my computer to the 4K to the TV the other day with a big old HDMI cable. Couldn't figure out couldn't get the audio to work. Still got to figure that out. But man, I was playing Wreckfest at 4K at like 90 frames. Damn.
Nice, dude.
That was the first game I booted up actually on my PC on just on the 144 hertz monitor.
It's a 90 hertz is what you're rocking, or 144.
The monitor is 144. It goes up to 155 if I overclock it or whatever. But I was playing Wreckfest at 2K, at absolute max settings at 100 frames per second or whatever. That game looks so fucking good.
That's pretty sweet. The only experience I've had with video games this week, because I've been busy, is I watched my friend play 10 minutes of The Outer Wilds and this game looks cool. Do you know anything about that game?
Okay, there's Outer Wilds and Outer Worlds. Outer Wilds is the RPG?
Outer Worlds is the
Fallout?
RPG.
Outer Wilds is the space one.
Yes.
Okay, I don't really know much about that one.
It looks pretty fucking cool. It looks like what No Man's Sky was eventually, but immediately.
Cool. Metro Last Light, or no, not Last Light. Metro Exodus might be probably the best looking game of all time. I was playing that,
awesome.
And then it turns out that's like the most intensive ray tracing game, because literally all the light is rendered with ray tracing, and it's like if you don't have the card I have, you are fucked trying to play that game. And I've been playing it at absolute max at 90 frames. It's out of control.
The ray tracing's sweet. I'm just kind of I needed a new card and I didn't have the money.
I mean, there are literally 3 games that support it. I just happened to want to play the one that had the most of it, and so that's cool. Yeah, if you want to play Metro or Tomb Raider or
Minecraft eventually.
There is a
Minecraft. I'm sure Minecraft will be.
No, it does have ray tracing. Yeah, no, there's a mod or something.
It's coming. There's a legitimate support coming out soon.
Oh, legitimate. Okay, yeah, there is. Yeah, but and Quake 2, and there was a third actual game, whatever. But I also the other day I was trying to put out our last episode of the podcast, and I sat down to edit it and put it out and everything. And I was like, I wonder how Skyrim's doing. And I was like, hey, there's realism mods for that. So I went back to I still have my save from my PS3 from 2011. The sketchiest piece of software I ever downloaded in my life that purported to convert PS3 saves to PC saves. Oh yeah. Everyone was like, I don't think you can do this. And I found some tool somewhere that had no one was talking about it. It wasn't recommended by everyone. It was the most suspicious thing I've ever downloaded.
God.
That was this will convert. And it just fucking worked. So I still have that save with 100 and whatever hours on it.
It's some black magic.
It's incredible.
You need to talk. You talked about this in the past. You got to save your Pokemon saves.
Oh God!
If they're not gone.
I looked into that. They're probably gone. But the converters are too complicated and they're too expensive. I couldn't figure it out. I looked into it for a day and I was like, what is? I don't know. Yeah. I'm okay with that. It's been more than 10 years. Those shits are gone. I'll try. You know what? I'll try it right now. I'll open this door.
Sometimes I hear
Live
people
Pokemon unboxing.
I've heard people say that they've had batteries this long, so it's worth looking into.
I have the advanced right here.
Nice, dude.
Let's see. My favorite's Crystal. I'll beat up Crystal.
Next time we go to Japan, I'm gonna bring Game Boy with me. I'm gonna play Game Boy on the subway and on the fucking Shinkansen.
I think I have a couple copies of Crystal.
You have multiple copies of Crystal?
At some point, I like inherited them from like my godmother's son or some shit. I don't. It's fucking weird. It's something.
Nice, dude.
I got 2 copies of gold. I don't know.
Oh shit. We should. Oh, dude. When we go, we should play.
You should what?
We should. When we go to Japan, you should give me one of your copies of
we
gold.
should battle over the cord. I have the cord.
Perfect. Oh shit. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Hold on, I'm only finding. Where's Crystal?
Did you have an official cord, or did you have one of those ghetto?
I thought it was Nintendo branded. I don't know. I have Tony Hawk, Lords of Dogtown on UMD. Okay, hold on. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. 2 copies of Crystal, baby.
All right. Let's see if those pokes are
Live
saved.
unveiling. This battery's got to be dead, right? Oh, green. Wow. All right.
Wait, the battery's in your advance.
Booting it up.
What in the fuck? You got to check the expiration date on those bats.
All right.
Oh god.
Continue. Nope.
Yo.
Oh no. Time. 3 question marks. Please reset the time. Okay. It's Thursday at 1:42 a.m.
Oh god.
Just let me fix this real quick. Oops. Oh, I can't adjust the AM PM. What the hell, man? There we go. 1 a.m. 42. No, 43. All right. Is this okay? Yes. Pokemon. Oh my god.
Oh my god, really?
Holy shit.
Nice,
Okay.
dude.
I have a level. Okay, you're the Pokemon expert. Let me tell you if this is, or you tell me if this is a good
All right, Gen 2. I'm going to flex my Gen 2 knowledge.
a good group here. I have a level 39 Haunter,
Uh-huh.
level 61 Moltres,
Okay.
level 83 Mewtwo,
Mm-hmm.
level 64 Lugia,
Nice.
level 46 Raikou,
Mm-hmm.
and a level 59 Suicune.
Okay, you got 5 legendaries. Sounds like a well-rounded team.
Why do I have a Haunter in here? Does booting this up recharge the battery?
I can't imagine it does. No.
Damn.
Why? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
I really
funny,
should. Do you know how to do this? How to save the shit?
No, dude.
Okay.
You should record a video of you doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
some wild shit, man.
Well, I'm glad that's still like that. Cool dry place, folks. How about the other copy? I'm gonna quit out of here. How do you leave? Do you just turn the system off to quit the game?
You could save it, or you just turn the system off. Yeah.
That's fucked up. Copy number 2. I have this Target-themed Game Boy Advance. It's red.
Target theme game. Wait, what? Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool,
I have a
dude.
continue. Oh, the save file is corrupted.
Oh.
At least I have all the legendaries on the other one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that one's gone.
Hopefully you traded all them shits over. Target Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that should be what it's. I have this gold
That's selling for $50 on the eBay, buddy.
here. Boy, howdy. That is less than like a regular Game Boy, probably. This is gold.
Sold items. It's gone for about. It can fluctuate between 50 and
Okay,
100.
this copy of gold only has a new game option, so that one's gone. Second copy
I want an SP if I'm going to do this. I have.
of gold. That's the other thing about having a sweet PC is that PS2 emulation is now much more of a possibility. I could barely run Ace Combat in software mode on the last one. I can get a cool 60 frames on this new boy, probably. 360 emulation, not quite there yet, so I can't play
Nope.
6.
I think they got stuff booting. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, most games are like, emulators are weird now. They gotta program every game individually. Okay, last copy of Pokemon. This one's the second gold. New game. Nope, gone.
Oh, man. Well, you got one of them.
I did get one. They're probably the most important one. It's all legendaries.
Yep.
I have a yellow in here. Okay, let's try the yellow just for completeness sake.
Okay, yeah. Let's obsess over this.
I love obsessing.
I think yellow doesn't stand a chance. There's no way. Unless they use cheaper batteries for crystal, silver, gold.
Yeah, they could cheap out.
Pikachu!
Continue. Time 14 hours. That's not very much. Badges 4. I don't even have all the badges. Party.
Pussied out, man.
Sandslash, level 36. Wartortle, Ivysaur, Pikachu, Charmeleon, Pidgeotto, level 20.
Yo, we should trade a surfing Pikachu in
What's a surfing Pikachu?
Pokemon Stadium here.
Oh,
We
I
can get
see.
you a surfing Pikachu.
Okay, battery is red now, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay, those two are working. Pretty happy
should
with
my
those.
Game Boy be should it be a SpongeBob SquarePants themed Game Boy? Limited. We still got
What's that?
a couple shows left.
Okay, so yeah, sorry, that was a fun detour, but yeah, let's
Yes.
finish part 2. All right, that was Heya Camp. Jibaku Shounen Hanako-kun. Yes. Hanako-kun. Yes. So, toilet-bound Hanako-kun. Manga, adapted by Lurch.
You know, toilet bound. I know what the concept is, but I've been toilet bound before, and it's never a pleasant experience.
It's bound not as in heading to, but attached to. It's just
Well, I've definitely been attached to the toilet for a while, and it's still not great.
Don't even get me started. So I thought this looked like a comedy at first. It's so Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. It's one of those school legends that Japan probably doesn't have, but has in a lot of fiction, where the school has a bunch of legends, and one of them is a ghost in the bathroom. So one of them is just the Hanako-kun in the toilet, and our main character is a girl, and she finds him, and it turns out he's a boy, and he's real, and he is also a ghost. Which she is surprised that he's a boy, at least. The most notable thing I think is the art style, which is crazy because I really like it.
Oh, cool.
It's like super thick outlines, and really like the shading's very stark, and the colors, I can't explain it. It's like super fucking Japanese looking, and also very comic booky looking.
It looks almost like a mid-aughts, like kind of like Beautiful Joe, or like I don't know if it's actually what it looks like in the actual program, but
yeah, but very like Japanese influence, like artistically, where they have the ghost sperm things, and
oh yeah,
like the murals,
nice.
you know, like the Japanese paintings, and it just looks, every frame of the show looks really, everything has like a construction paper texture on it a little bit, not in an annoying way, but it just looks fucking good. And then she meets him, and then they play the opening, which is actually very dramatic, so I was thinking maybe not a comedy. The main girl has the big feet, like panty and stocking. I don't have a screenshot of that really, but she's got like the kind of those kinds of that design. It's cartoony. And she visits Hanako-kun because she wants to make a wish, and she wishes for a guy in her class to like her. And the whole show's laid out very comic booky, timing wise. Like they keep overlaying reaction squares over the screen. Mm-hmm. But it looks nice, so I wasn't even very mad.
Oh, these screenshots look great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and so I guess the fat legs are just her. A guy rejected her over her panty and stocking legs, which I liked. So it's silly. So Hanako, it turns out like he sort of has magic, but he can't make the guy fall in love with her, so he's just giving her like shitty advice. So she gives a bunch of vegetables that she gardened to the guy she likes on his desk with a note that says thanks for the other day because he helped her out with something.
That's a good move.
It is. That's the thing.
That
Is
would
like
be that'd be charming.
it is
yeah.
good, but they're just like loose on his desk, and he's looking at them, and his friends are going like, the line they go, "Did you save a fox or something?" Which is a good line.
Yeah, that's funny.
So he's just confused by that, and meanwhile, the main character is just everyone thinks she's nuts because she's just talking to herself now because Hanako is always with her. So he's giving her all these tips on like winning him over, and she tries the running into him around a corner strategy, and like runs into another dude and like horrifically injures him, and everyone's like screaming and calling for an ambulance. So that's the bit there, and then at one point she finds these magical mermaid scales that Hanako's storing away, and he warns her that they cause a curse if you use them. You can win someone over, but you'll both be cursed, even though you'll be bound together. But she eats one anyways because she doesn't care. She doesn't care about being cursed. It's Marika. She doesn't, she's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Then she grows a bunch of scales and turns into a fish because she doesn't get the guy to eat the scale. And then when she's a fish, the mermaid shows up, who's another bigger ghost, to like take her away to be a servant or whatever. But Hanako fights the mermaid, which is very easy for him, I guess. And he eats the other scale, which makes them soulmates and turns her back into back human, sort of. But she's still a little fish-like, because that's the curse. She's got scales to show up. So that's what's going on here. It just looks really nice. I don't know. That's kind of it. It's not super funny.
Right.
It's pretty cute, but man, it just looks real good.
That's cool. What studio is this again?
Lurch.
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 That's cool. What else have they done?
A lot of stuff. I don't know.
What's
Sabagebu.
the? Oh, okay.
A lot of. They probably did. They were very active in like the early 2000s. Did they do the Animatrix or something? I don't know. Oh wait, no. 2011 they started? Really?
Oh, they did Hamatora.
Hamatora. Oh no, the second Hamatora they did. Assassination Classroom. Magical Girl Raising Project. Scum's Wish. Yeah.
Okay.
Asabase.
Yeah, I'm glad that somebody's out there doing high quality. Good.
And finally, boy, this is a long one. Railgun.
Yes.
More Railgun.
Do you like the Railgun?
T. Woo. Sparky Spark Girl's back. Sparky Dan the
You're
Man.
talking about that Beery.
Electric Lass.
Yes. Okay. It's more Railgun.
It's more. You haven't even seen any Railgun. You can't say that.
I've seen enough of stuff in this universe.
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
I mean, like, I remember the feeling of booting up like any season of fucking Index, and I'm like, oh right, Jesus, there's so many characters. Okay, I gotta try to pull this together.
This one is particularly. There's a lot of character exposition. Like, holy shit. Railgun's supposed to be simpler, but they're just like, look at all these fucking people we got.
And like, I remember some of them, and I think some of them might have gotten killed in the Accelerator show, or
so,
maybe
Frenda,
Index.
Frenda and her and what's her face, still alive in this one. Frenda is in a French bathing suit.
Man, they got fucked up.
Yeah, I think the main the cell leader there got beaten to death by the skill out guy.
Yes.
And Frenda was cut in half by
Jesus, yeah.
one of the level. Was it the Angel Wings guy or was it someone else?
It was the Angel Wings guy.
Okay,
it was
so
the Angel. He comes down and pops.
Just off screen, brutally murdered.
Yes.
Dead, like just absolutely dead.
Now they're back, baby.
And now they're here to have fun, have a good time with our good friend Misaka Mikoto. And they're
So
going to go to a sports competition.
All these people get killed.
2 of them get killed.
It's fucking weird.
It's fucking, yeah, no. I'm surprised of how they did my girlfriend. Brenda's just fun. She's not even that evil. She's kind of hot.
Oh my god.
So yeah, the sports competition. They're inviting all the level 5s. They're trying to get them to be involved. I don't remember why. I was just thinking about will we get to Toe Man in episode 1? No.
You get some Excel though.
But we get some Excel. Fancy fan gal. Is gonna. I think she used to not like Misaka, but now she does, and she's gonna pair up with her for the competition. Ojo is here, the blonde girl who hates Misaka. You don't know her, but she's like the anti Misaka. She has big titties and she has socks on her arms instead of her legs.
Oh shit.
So
Is that the mind
there.
control one?
Yes.
Okay.
She was in the other Railguns.
We got a lot of flower hair girl. What's her name again?
Yeah. What do you think of? This might be, or no, they're in the other seasons, but you never noticed them really, because there's a lot going on. What do you think of Uriharu and Saten?
Her hair is great.
Yeah, no, she's got. I probably mentioned
so
this
many
before,
flowers.
but it's implied that Ueharu is just the host and the flowers are the actual character.
What?
That like the flowers are like the, the actual organism.
Sentient being?
Yeah.
What?
They've like attached onto this girl somehow. She doesn't. There was like that's based on like a one-off interaction where someone acknowledges the flowers and she does not know what they're talking about. Like she doesn't know she has flowers on her head.
Oh, I see.
Which is an interesting. Also, her she's like a very justice-oriented. Her power is that she can keep things warm, or keep things the temperature that they are.
I feel like I've seen that happen in Index.
That might have been a scene in Index. I don't. I feel like that was.
She's very cute though.
Yes. Saten messes with her. She flips up. She does the skirt flipping thing.
Yes.
She does it. The first scene here. One of the. First
yeah, they're doing they got a school sports competition thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just this universe is like. Every time I'm exposed to it, it just reminds. I get like flashbacks of all this shit that's happening because I've seen three seasons of Index at this point, and
2.5. We haven't finished 3. Remember?
2.5. And I just like it hits me like a ton of bricks. Like it goes down and all sanity. And
how can one man keep all this in his head all at once?
I know I can't. and I usually don't think about it. I don't really think about Index or the Raildex universe much. Not because I don't enjoy it, but I think my brain compartmentalizes it. I don't think my brain wants me to be thinking about it most of the time because it would just blow my fucking socks off. And yeah, I mean, I think we've discussed that maybe watching Railgun at some point, or maybe not, just because some of it's bad. Original content.
Yeah, that second half of season 2 was rough. But this episode largely concerns a very silly gang fight between some dudes, and yeah, I mean all the level 5s are like entering this thing, and we're being reintroduced to them. But yeah, Excel's here. And Misaka meets up with one of her clones who's buying a cake. Kuroko's in the hospital, so I guess this is after she has that run-in with the other teleporter girl, and Toma saves her. Remember that? So I guess that
sequence is so fucking good.
Oh man,
yeah. Damn. Oh fuck.
A ship was born. A weird lesbian guy ship. That's a fun one. This is season 2. Yeah, that's right before Accelerator punches that lady across an entire street into a building.
Index is so good.
But now that then there's a silly gang fight, Uriharu righteously tries to break it up. as a member of not skill out, not anti-skill. Oh god, fuck, whatever. She's a cop. And then we meet. This is a new character actually. This cheesy hero guy. He has the jacket.
Oh, I love this guy.
Around his shoulders
and the
headband and the headband with the huge trails. This guy fucking rules.
He's perfect. He fits into the universe so fucking well. I'm just like thinking about all the shit that this guy can be doing.
Yes.
And like how he's just like the complete opposite of Toma. And like Toma's about justice, but this guy's about being a hero. He's
wannabe hero of justice who kind of fucks everything up and is really kind of cringy. But he is also strong, but he kind of does more harm than good.
I love this.
He's very cheesy. Yeah. Oh, he's great. Sugita Gunha.
And, oh god, being a level 5 and just being a total
total dumbass.
Yes, I don't know how I forgot about this for some reason, but yeah, that character's got so much potential to be great because it's a genius idea for this universe to have somebody that wants to be a superhero.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh, Judgment. She's in Judgment.
Judgment, right?
There we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Gunha is awesome. So
we don't deserve rail decks.
It's really great. Yeah, I say this so much, but I gotta finish Heavy Object. So Gunha punches these gangs really hard, and then he just leaves, and there's a bunch of falling debris, which then Misaka, we gotta have our railgun moment. So Misaka saves a bunch of people from falling shrapnel or scaffolding. And then Ojo here takes a bit of a front seat. She's learning about the clones, so that's a weakness that I guess Misaka still has. So Fancy Lass is learning about the secret. And then at the end we get a bit of a gag. Kuroko has some violence done to her because she's looking at pics of Misaka. And then we get Fripside playing. No Toma in this episode, but the characterization that they did on that guy on Gunha is better original content than I would expect from Railgun. So somewhat optimistic here. I don't know.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a delight anytime I get to experience the Railgun Rail Dex universe. It's always a treat.
Rail Dex, you can just say Rail Dex is both of them because Dex is index and Rail.
Yes, I corrected myself by saying Rail Dex.
There you go.
But yeah, always awesome. I even liked the one episode I watched of that Accelerator show.
That's true. Yeah, you did like that.
A lot. Yeah, man. That's the second part of our season recap, I guess.
Misaka is fat. That's not actually true. There was one piece of promotional art where people were, she was a little bit stockier.
So you're gonna have to tune in next week for the next part of our job. Or next week, I mean next time we record, which is like Saturday.
We have
job watch 2020, and also, will we be able to find Hawaiian Babies Petite? Will we be able to find this show?
Will we be able to find fucking You found Breakers. Okay, so that's out.
Kute Dragons?
Kute Dragons might not be out. Yeah, Two Lying Babies Petite. That might be a tough one.
Essential. What will we do?
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine very much what that one is like.
Let's just go watch Two Lying Babies episode 1 again.
That's an okay short for a short, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. So far, no dice on Teat, the smaller versions of the Hooling Baby.
I need that Teat though.
But yeah, that's what we got, man.
I'm gonna get it together. I know it. I'm gonna.
Yeah, nothing would bring me more joy than you coming in next time, and being like, I got this sick job. I'm slinging rock.
Yep, slinging legal, technically not rock. Yeah, you put that idea in my head. Not that it's your responsibility, but goddamn, that's very funny and also potentially lucrative. So I might just start dealing drugs. In
You might
Minecraft,
just accidentally
this is a
kill
joke,
yourself.
by the way, for any federal agents listening. Just joking, purely satire.
This is
If you've ever listened to an anime
satirical
podcast,
comedy
this is
podcast.
obviously a parody of what anime podcasts sound like, where they talk about dealing drugs. So me talking about buying experimental benzodiazepines and putting them in a propylene glycol solution in a dropper bottle and shipping them out across the country is completely ridiculous, and obviously I would never do it. Okay, Jesus.
Yes.
So
Of course.
we'll see you next-
Especially the part about you having a series of PO boxes separated across many miles that you then go to in order to ship them off.
No, I don't even have. I don't know how to mail. What do I have? Stamps? What am I weighing stuff?
Yeah. Speaking
know
of
how to do
stamps,
any
our
of that.
today's sponsor is Stamps.com. If you need to
You need to mail
fling your
things, and you can't leave your fucking house because you're fat. You're 600 pounds. My 600 pounds.
just like us, do people know that we're both obscenely obese?
Invalid fucking
Invalid.
yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Is there a level beyond morbidly obese in like where you're British?
you're medically disgusting. you're medically repulsive.
yeah. Where you just like you need a crane. You're crane
Beyond
obese.
Beyond morbidly obese.
Beyond morbid.
Wow. I've been thinking about it. Do you know how much food you would have to?
They're eating fucking constantly, and someone is giving them that food because they can't get it themselves. It's incredible. Yeah, what a life.
Well, not even like being confined to like a bed, but like the level of being like morbidly obese. Like I don't even know how you can consume that much food to get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, the only way I was able to get fat was by eating a huge bowl of ice cream every night for multiple years, and I got up to like 215.
Yeah, like I don't
that
know.
was it.
Yeah, like I mean,
You need
I
a mom with just some good old Southern cooking every day.
Yeah, you got to be having like huge meals, and
Yeah,
you're
multiple
definitely
servings.
getting the largest size sodas and fries when you go out to get your
Oh,
for
yeah.
lunch.
Gulping.
Yep.
right.
Big gulps.
Well, this has been 2.5 hours. See everybody. I googled unemployment songs and I've never heard this, so enjoy. Oh, click. This is live, I guess.
Thank you to the members. This is Living with Unemployment.
They're British, I guess.